Minimalism and other isms.
Modernism. Modernism is characterized by a break with the traditional styles of poetry and verse. Modernists experimented with literary forms and expressions. The modernist literary movement was driven by a desire to overturn traditional modes of representation and express the new sensibilities of their time. Early modernist writers developed unreliable narratives and broke the contract with the general public, where artists were reliable interpreters and representatives of mainstream. James Joyce is considered the king of modernism with his masterpiece Ulysses.
The Edwardian era. During this period, Edward VII reigned as King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Emperor of India. More importantly, Great Britain was the most powerful nation in the world. Rudyard Kipling was a well-known writer at this time. In the Edwardian era, wealth was luxurious and nearly income tax-free. Society was no longer a small, exclusive circle confined to those of aristocratic birth. The arts produced genius and modern movements. Travel was cheap and easy, since no one needed passport or visa until the Russian or Ottoman borders.
Postmodernism. Postmodern literature is marked by literary conventions, such as paradox, unreliable narrators, often unrealistic and downright impossible plots, games, parody, paranoia, and dark humor. There is a tendency that postmodern authors reject others' meanings in their novels, stories, and poems, and instead celebrate the possibility of multiple meanings or a complete lack of meaning in the literary work. Some argue that postmodernism hasn't ended.
Minimalism. Literary minimalism is characterized by an economy with words and a focus on surface description. Minimalist writers eschew adverbs and prefer allowing context to dictate meaning. Readers are expected to take an active role in the creation of a story, to choose sides based on oblique hints rather than reacting to directions from the writer. A minimalist writer who is identified with minimalism includes Ernest Hemingway.
Existentialism. Existentialism is a philosophy with focus on individual existence, freedom, and choice. In existentialism, humans define their own meaning in life and try to make rational decisions despite existing in an irrational universe. The question about human existence and the feeling of no purpose or explanation of existence are all in focus in existentialism. The roots of existentialism started with Søren Kierkegaard, who is known as the father of existentialism.
Structuralism. In literary theory, structuralist criticism relates literary texts to a larger structure, which can be a particular genre, a model of narrative structures, or a system of patterns or motifs. Structuralism argues that there must be a structure in every text, which explains why it's easier for experienced readers than for non-experienced readers to interpret a text. Hence, everything that is written seems to be governed by specific rules or a grammar of literature that one learns in educational institutions.
Created using Powtoon.